Hello, I'm Dina Jackway, Chief Administrative Officer for Parkview Health, and welcome to another episode of Parkview Connections, a podcast geared to help our coworkers and our community leaders connect, learn, and grow in leadership. So excited to be here today. I'm at Community Harvest Food Bank, and we are here with President and CEO Carmen Cumberland. It's great to be here.
Thanks for coming, Dina.
So starting with just the basics, what can you tell us about the work being done here at Community Harvest and the role that you are in?
So Community Harvest Food Bank is a nonprofit organization that serves the 9 Northeast counties in Indiana. Our mission is to alleviate hunger through the full use of donated food and other resources. And the way we do that is we work with 350 partnering agencies. These are our boots on the ground. I kind of describe Community Harvest as the bank, and they're the ATM. So what they do is they identify pockets of poverty in their counties. They get food from us and they distribute it in that area. I think about those partnerships and thinking about Parkview. You've been a partner with us for many years, whether it's through Cancer Services or Home and Health Hospice, so many other things. But recently you started the CARES program for your employees, and I was very excited to hear about that because hunger can happen to anyone at any time.
Well, I appreciate that, and I know we all do. The CARE program was really something that started during the pandemic, and it stands for Coworker Assistance, Retention, and Engagement. And part of that was just looking at what our coworkers needed. And at the time, it was they were quarantined and they needed food delivered to their home, or they needed sometimes pet food delivered to their home because they couldn't leave. And that was really early on. But the CARE team continued thereafter, and we really recognized the types of support that our coworkers need, whether it be with housing, food, transportation. There's so many, and so to hear, I think the stat was 4,200 pounds of food have been given to our coworkers.
Correct.
Through our partnership.
Correct.
So I think that's amazing, and we are so grateful for that.
Well, we are just glad to be able to help. Life can happen to anyone at any time, and it's our job to be able to help others when we can.
How long have you been in the role as president and CEO, and kind of give an overview of what you're doing here?
I started 22 years ago. I started actually as the bookkeeper. And over the next 15 years, I transitioned into Director of Finance and Human Resources. And during that 15 years, I worked alongside one of the greatest CEOs, Jane Avery. She was our Executive Director. And she was such a dynamo, not only for our organization, but in the community. And through that 15 years, she really empowered me, allowed me to be involved in many different things. And she had asked a couple times if I would ever be interested, and I was like, no, thank you. But when she would be gone, I would still continue my role, but I would lead the organization. And unfortunately, in 2015, she was diagnosed with a terminal illness. And the board had asked me to step up as interim executive director. And I said yes. But you know what? It was really scary because in the past, as I was leading while Jane was out, I always knew she was there to help me. And now she had laid a foundation. There was many things I had learned along the way as far as leadership, not thinking that I'd be taking this role. And we have just run with it. And so for the last 7 years, I've been the either executive president or president and CEO of Community Harvest.
Wow. So all that time pouring into you, what is something that you took away, maybe some of the best advice that you received from Jane as you've now taken into your leadership and your style?
She would always ask me questions because I knew finance, I knew human resources, and she was the face of hunger. She was that spokesperson, and just watching, taking it in, and learning things I didn't know I was learning at the time.
It's interesting how the power of questions ends up really shaping your leadership and having people ask you questions, and then you're able to really grow in your own leadership through that. So you're right, Jane was an incredible advocate, certainly for the work being done here, but within the whole community.
Yes.
Just knowing that you've been in this role and certainly longer with Community Harvest, how have you seen food insecurity kind of evolve, and is it growing in our community? Is it getting worse? What are you seeing happen?
You think of people that are at the federal poverty line that make too much to get on the SNAP program, but not enough to meet their monthly expenses. Things happen. We know at Community Harvest we're going to have to provide food assistance. You have natural disasters. Things happen. Forge forward into today. We've added a new clientele. These are people that are middle class. They are making good wages. But when you think about your utility bills have gone up, your gas has gone up, what's the first thing that you take away from your budget? It's food. And some people, they have credit cards, but what I'm hearing is credit cards are going through the roof. Well, what are they getting? They're getting gas and they're getting food. And so it's kind of a domino effect. So the people we had initially been really seeing, now we've added another layer to that. And there's many unknowns right now. So that has been kind of what it's looked like as far as clients. But in the last 5 years, we've been very intentional on identifying pockets of poverty that maybe we weren't so familiar with before, or we hadn't started a program for. And so in 2016, we started a program. It's called Hope for Heroes. So it's veteran-centric. We have seen a growing number of seniors. I mean, baby boomers, there now, right? And multi-generational families. So we have added a government program. Many people had heard about college hunger on college campuses. We do a big fundraiser called You Can Crush Hunger through all of the different universities. Through that, many of the universities have now opened their own pantries where they're giving out food. In the last 5 years, we've been working with 3 farms to grow fresh produce for us, because that's one thing that many people can't afford. If you have that small budget, produce isn't going to be on it. And giving them that, and then our community pharmacy program, identifying food as medicine. So people that have certain, we talk about obesity, we talk about diabetes, and what are different ways through food that maybe we can help reverse or at least make the situation better.
All of the things you're talking about, food ties into so much of your health. And even learning, when we think about children who come to school who are hungry, how are they going to be apt to learn if they're not nourished? Food is so central to the health and well-being of an individual, and why it's so important in the work that you're doing, certainly across the region. Now, remind me, there's a food wagon. Is that also something that you all have?
Anybody can go to our farm wagon. We distribute fresh produce and dairy products in our 9-county service area. So there's a designated location every week. Anyone can come to get food assistance. And I'll kind of segue into our Saturday Helping Hands. So every Saturday we do a distribution at our Tillman Road location. And basically from 8 to 10, anybody that's in need of food assistance can come here. It takes about 50 volunteers to make it happen. And right now we are seeing close to our COVID numbers again. So you saw our parking lot. We see about 1,100 cars right now.
So how many team members do you have here in all?
So we have a staff of 38. 2 are part-time.
So all of those people coming to Community Harvest to be a part of advancing the mission and helping feed our community, that's such great work.
Yes, and they work so hard. They are so mission focused, and that is so important in any organization. And something somebody had said to me one time, and I live by this mantra, is do the right thing and the rest will follow. With that, I say that to my employees a lot, or own it. And even as a leader, you have to own it.
Sometimes being vulnerable, I mean, that is leadership, and recognizing, okay, I didn't do that well. Let me try that again, or try something different the next time. And so I think, just as you said earlier, when you pivot as a leader and when you're suddenly put in a position where you have to pivot fast, you make mistakes, but you learn and you move forward. We appreciate so much of the work and leadership that you bring to helping us and continue towards that goal of alleviating hunger in our community. And it's heartbreaking to hear some of the things that you're seeing more and more of, and the types of individuals who need help, but you're there. And so thank you and your team, your entire team, for advancing your mission.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you to everybody, because I'll just say it again, it takes everyone to make this happen, and so grateful for the community and Parkview.
Thank you. So for those of you that may be interested in either volunteering for Community Harvest, perhaps you want to donate some food, or maybe even just utilize their services if you need that, we'll have the description, and we'll also have the link down below for you to access. So thank you again for watching another episode of Parkview Connections. Again, always appreciate the ideas and the suggestions that you send. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, you can leave a comment with other suggestions that you have, or those of you on Parkview Pulse internally within Parkview, you can leave comments and suggestions as well there. We'll see you the next time.